Hi, my name is Nina, and it's time to kickstart your day with this supercharged workout. Now that you're all suited up, let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start pressing that play button. Okay, from here, we're gonna be dialing up about 25 to 40%. Okay, this is all gonna be based on how you feel and what you want to get out of it. Okay, once you get to a comfortable position, you're gonna be feeling those pulses. You're gonna set that phone off to the side, where you can grab it at least to increase that power. We're gonna be starting in a deep squat position here. Prayer hands, and all we're doing is going into a 3/4 squat, down and up, nice and slow. Today is all about time under tension, so we can really focus on incorporating every part of the body. All right, nice and slow. You're gonna be pushing past those little breaks that you feel. Now at this point, if you don't feel much in the legs, this is when you can dial up, okay? You can always customize this based on how your body is feeling. All right, so we're gonna go a few more seconds here. Nice and easy, beautiful. All right, moving into a pull down squat, hands to the top. We're gonna be driving down and pushing back up to the top. Driving down, pushing back up to the top. Imagine that pull down machine in the gym that we may or may not like. From here, we're gonna be really squeezing through the armpits, all the way between those shoulder blades, grabbing that pencil and inhaling and exhaling as we move through this. Beautiful job, guys. Keep on pushing here. Nice and easy. Again, this is the warm-up, okay? So if you're out of breath already, that's great. Nice and easy. Couple more pulls. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna be returning back to that 3/4 squat with prayer hands. All right, from here, pushing those hands together, nice and easy, into that 3/4 squat, keeping those knees nice and soft. Inhaling down, exhaling up, really pressing those hands together. Knees should be pointing out towards the second and third toes here. If you need a break, you just press that pause button. Nice and easy. Just watching that timer with you guys. Here we go. Pushing past that break, really getting into it here. Up 3/4. Nice big inhale down, big exhale up. Trying to really tighten through the core here. Yes, the suit's doing a lot of the work, but you gotta give it a little bit more. All right, let's give it one more time. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna return to those pull downs, reaching from a standing position, driving those elbows down, up to the top. Here we go. If you're already breaking a sweat, awesome job. I am there with you. Here we go, driving those elbows down. Really working those muscles for posture. A lot of us stay seated in those chairs all day. You're gonna feel fantastic after you're done here. All right, our warm-up's pretty much almost done. We're gonna be moving into our big compound movements, and that's where I want you to really increase that power for me. Okay, so I'm gonna do it with you, but I'll cue you in. We've got about 15 more seconds here. Really pulling down, squeezing through those shoulder blades. Awesome job. Give me one more time. All right, from here, we're gonna transition into our first big movement. That's our bent over row. Pulling, squeezing, and releasing. All right, this is our first big mover here, okay? I want you to imagine you've got a tennis ball right at your armpit, or even a lemon. And we're gonna squeeze that lemon and make some lemonade. Nice big pull. Notice how my knees stay soft, my hips are kicked back, and I'm really pulling those elbows back. Gotta show you guys a front view here. From here, keep going. Already halfway there. Big pull back. Awesome. Again, really bracing. Bearing down, feet are flat on the floor. Again, this is your opportunity to really crank up that volume here. You get what you put into it today. Moving on to our next movement, transitioning to a split squat, side raise. Arms out to a lateral position as you move down into what we call a lunge or a split squat. Nice and slow here. Beautiful. Again, at any point you want a little bit more attention in those legs, pause, add more power, return to me, okay? Nice and easy. We got about one more on this right leg. Actually, we got quite a few more. We'll stay on that right side. If you find yourself losing balance, go and bring a chair over, put those arms out to the side. Beautiful job. All right, we're gonna go about 3 more. Nice and easy. 2. Awesome, one more time. Switching legs, big step back, bicep curl position here. Beautiful. As you go down, you give me a nice big curl. Taking that back knee straight down to the floor. I'll show you a side position here. Nice and easy. Body stays upright. Beautiful posture here. Nice and slow. Now we brought that lemon to the front part of our arm. Really squeezing there. Nice and easy. All right, we're almost done with these split squats. Transitioning to our next big movement, which we're gonna work the back side of those arms. Let's give me a few more here. Checking out that timer here. All right, give me 3. Nicely done. 2. Awesome, one more time, one more time. All right, back to that bent over position. We're gonna kick it back. Tricep kickbacks here. All right, elbows anchored at your sides. Hips pushed back, just like that bent over row position, okay? Your spine is nice and straight. You've got constant tension in the legs. Guys, total body love here. Whew. My face is probably starting to turn red here, as yours might be too. All right, keep kicking back, really sculpting those arms here, as well as those legs. Awesome job. Just a few more. You keep going. We're almost done. Got about 20 seconds here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Stay in that hinge. If you feel like you need to stand, go ahead and stand and push back. You still get something out of it. All right, give me 2 more. And then we're gonna finish up with our big number 4 movement, which is our suitcase squats. Turning and facing the front, hands out to the sides. All right, you're a traveler. You've got those big bags, carrying them through the airport. You know what I'm talking about. Let them hang at your sides, okay? Tighten those fists, kick those knees out, then push right back up to the top. Slow and steady here. You should be feeling those buns, inner thighs, quads, hamstrings, all the above. Again, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, crank up that volume here. Kicking those arms out. All right, so this is number 4 of our compound movements. We're gonna return back to our first movement, which is our bent over rows here, okay? We're gonna go through that whole circuit one more time here, okay? All right, stay with me, people. All right, we've got 2 more here. Nice and easy. All right, good, one more time. All right, returning to those bent over rows. I'm gonna turn and face that opposite direction, pulling and squeezing here. Remember, we've got that lemon right underneath the armpits. Make some lemonade or grab a lime, get yourself a mojito there. All right, really squeeze those shoulder blades back. Keep that bent over position. Neck is in neutral, chin is tucked down, hips are back. You notice how we're using our legs the entire time? We're gonna get that much more out of it here. Pulling back and squeezing, almost done here. And then that'll wrap up our bent over rows. Strong body, strong mind here. Wipe that sweat off the face. Should be dripping now, about 10 seconds. Pull and squeeze. We're gonna return to those split squats. Give me one more row. All right, pick a side. Going into that lat raise. Does not matter which leg you put first because we're gonna be hitting that other leg. Nice and easy. Seamless down. You notice how my feet are about hip width apart? If you find yourself losing balance, just take a wider step or don't go down as deep. Nice. Beautiful job here. These are big ones, guys. Big ones. Nice and slow here. Halfway through this lat raise, sculpting those shoulders. Whoo. Resist the temptation to go faster. Try not to beat me. Just a few more here. You got this. Come on. All right, we've got 2 more on this side. And then we'll switch over to that opposite leg and our bicep curl. You ready? Here we go. Switch legs, bicep curl. Boom, right there. Lemons right at the elbows. Drive that knee straight down. You can do this. I know it's so tempting to just stop, hang out at the top, and just wait for me, right? Yeah, no, don't do it. Here we go. Remember, this is all about you loving your body, challenging your body, because it's almost over. Quickest workout ever. All right, here we go. Almost through here, guys. Then we're done with those split squats. Nice and easy. Woo. Sweat dripping off that forehead. All right, just a few more. Remember, don't forget about those lemons. You got this. 2 more. Then we move into those tricep kickbacks. Last one. Woo. All right, moving over. Tricep kickback position. Still in that bent position. If those legs are fatigued, go ahead and stand for me, but do not stop moving. If at any point, again, you want more of a challenge, drive up that power on that app. Really squeezing through those triceps, kicking back, nice and slow. Come on, guys. Woo, I'm in this with you. Again, really bracing and bearing down at the core. We will hit it after this round, so don't you worry. We're gonna have more abs. Woo, if you don't already feel them, you're gonna feel them later. Push back, squeeze. Push back, squeeze. All right, we're on our countdown here, about 15 seconds. Sit a little bit lower if you can. Get everything out of this. All right, give me 2 more kickbacks. Then we're gonna finish with those suitcase squats. All right, turn and face front for me. And from here, sinking, pushing those arms out and coming back up. You want a little bit more, you sit a little bit deeper. You can take this squat as wide as you want. Just make sure you're driving the booty back. Whoo, and the knees are lining up with the second and third toes, pushing them outwards. Guys, we're in that home stretch of our big compound movements. Then we're gonna hit the floor and we've got our abs. Whoo! It's not too bad, I promise. All right, here we go, nice and easy. You got this, you got this. Really bracing. All right, guys, we're gonna be hitting the floor after these 2 reps, getting into a basic crunch position, and I'm gonna take my app down with me, my phone. All right, come along, hitting the floor on your back, crunch position. Here we go, gently tucking. Now from here, you've got 2 options, all right? We can alternate a knee tuck with that crunch, or if you want a little bit more, you can bring those legs up and crunch from this position. I want you to do what feels good for your low back. All right, from here, we just got a few more. You keep going for me. Woo, we should be grunting here. About 15 more seconds. Really brace and bear down. This is it, guys. All right, second movement, we're gonna be hitting that lower core if you aren't already feeling it. For a reverse crunch, give me 2 more here. All right, reverse crunch position. Hands start out to the sides. Lifting those feet up off the floor and gently tapping down. All right, from this position, you can make this more challenging by kicking those legs all the way out, okay? That's next level. You don't have to go there. You can just lift those knees and bring them down. Lift those knees, bring them down. Lift those knees. Now I really want you to try to neutralize that spine and keep everything glued to that mat. Just a few more here, folks. Stay with me, 15 seconds. Pulling that belly button in. All right, from here, we're gonna be flipping over into a modified plank position. All right, come with me, flipping over. Elbows beneath the shoulders, knees up off the floor, and we hold. All right, holding this position. Really challenge yourself. If you need a modification, you drop to the knees, but don't let those shoulders move over the elbows. Keep them directly right over them, meaning don't lean back, booty in the air. Here we go. If you're not feeling your abs here, this is your opportunity. Grab that app, crank it up. Hold, 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 guys. We've got another 25 seconds here. Hold for me, hold for me. Remember what I said, full plank position. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you need that extra challenge, whoo, I don't. I'm staying modified. This is plenty for me. All right, do what feels good for the body. We're gonna be flipping back over into that basic crunch position. And here we go, flipping back over. All right, remember what I talked about here. Gently lifting those shoulders. You want a little bit more. You bring the knee to the chest, or you can lift both feet up off the floor. A little bit goes such a long way. Guys, do not rush this movement. No momentum here. All control. Keep those elbows out to the sides. All right, we're almost there. Come on, you can see the light at the end of that tunnel. Only 2 more ab movements. Really, really work for these. Transitioning to our reverse crunches coming up. Oh, something should be on fire by now. All right, stay with me. All right, guys, we're gonna be moving into that reverse crunch. Stay with it. All right, here we go. Hands to the side, reverse crunch position. Bringing those knees up towards the chest. If you want more of that challenge, you are kicking those legs out. Whoo! Listen to your body. We are in that final stretch. This is your chance to dig. This is your chance to really kick up that power. Whoo! Do your absolute best. We're in the final few minutes. Oh, here we go, guys. Really press that spine into the floor. You got it, you got it, you got it. All right, we're gonna be flipping over into that plank position in 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's flip it over for me. Here we go. All right, this is it, guys. Give it all you got. Full plank position. Hold. Do not let the hips fall. Keep them up. You can do this. Drive those elbows towards the toes. Come on, people. You can do it. Come on, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. Come on, come on, come on. Remember, total body love. Total body love. Here it is. Here it is. Come on, come on. Stay up. Try not to drop into that modified position. This is it. This is it. 15 seconds. Woo! It got me shaking. Come on, 10 seconds here. Oh, you're there, you're there, you're there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, family. Incredible job. You did it. And it's done. That's it. 20 minutes. Check. Please remember, respect the recovery period. It is so critical. You want to have that dream body, respect the recovery period. Treat your body like it is the only one, because you only have one. I hope you enjoyed this workout. See you next time.